The average 8 to 12-year-old spends nearly 5 hours a day on screens. During that same time, empathy scores for that age group have plummeted 40%. Coincidence? I don't think so. If you're wondering how to protect your child's heart in a world of ballooning screen time, you're in the right place. In the next few minutes, we'll cover 4 practical habits to nurture your child's humanity without throwing the tablet out the window. Let's navigate this digital maze together. Name the problem without shame. Let's be honest, our devices are engineered to keep kids glued. Every swipe, like, and notification is crafted to trigger a dopamine hit in their developing brains, a rush that often rivals real-world play. While this digital stimulation happens, something crucial is being lost: empathy. Empathy is the ability to feel with someone else, and it thrives on nuance. It needs eye contact, shifts in vocal tone, and all the non-verbal cues that screens strip away. When face-to-face conversation is replaced by scrolling through comment sections, kids learn social rules from algorithms that prioritize engagement over understanding. The result can be more impulsive reactions and a tendency to unfriend instead of working through conflict. This reduction in real-world interaction is foundational for learning to read facial expressions and body language. Without these reps, children can experience delays in their social-emotional skills. For teens, managing an online persona can also shift their focus from genuinely connecting with others to performing for an audience. But before you panic, take a breath. Human brains are incredibly adaptable, and relationships are repairable. We aren't raising digital zombies. We are raising kids who need a more intentional guide to navigate this digital terrain. Habit 1. Model, printable, empathy. Kids download what we demonstrate far more than what we dictate. If we're scrolling while they tell a story, they're cataloging that as normal adult interaction. The first habit is to model empathy out loud. Narrate your empathetic thoughts so they can hear the code behind kindness. It doesn't have to be a grand speech. It can be as simple as, "That waiter looks overwhelmed. I'm putting my phone down so I can thank him properly and make sure he feels seen." Or, "I heard Mrs. Henderson's cat is sick. She must be so worried. I should check on her." These empathy sound bites are mental templates for your child. Aim for 3 a day. Research shows that children whose parents verbalize concern for others score higher on emotion recognition tests. You're connecting actions to feelings and showing them that empathy is a verb. Habit 2. Create a people-first schedule. Empathy needs consistent practice. The second habit is to create a people-first schedule by carving out 2 daily screen-free zones. The first is breakfast. Make it a non-negotiable rule. Devices stay out of the kitchen. This isn't punishment, it's about starting the day with presence and genuine connection. The second zone is the 30 minutes after school or work. This is a key transition time when stress is high. Instead of retreating to a screen, your child is met by a parent ready to listen. This teaches them to seek connection, not just distraction, when things get tough. To make these zones stick, don't just announce them, post them. Let the kids help decorate a sign for the fridge. When they have a hand in creating the rule, compliance jumps dramatically. You're not imposing control, you're building a family culture that prioritizes connection. These screen-free blocks provide the face-to-face interaction essential for emotional literacy and essential for emotional literacy and regulation. Habit 3. Use tech to teach tech. This might sound backward, but the third habit is to use tech to teach tech. It's not about abandoning technology, but harnessing it. Once a week, co-watch a short video, a documentary clip, a news story, or a scene from a show. Under 15 minutes is ideal. Afterwards, pause and ask one open-ended question. What do you think that person felt? Or, why did that character make that choice? This isn't a quiz. It's an invitation to explore perspective. Research from Harvard's Making Caring Common project shows these conversations boost empathic accuracy. Kids practice reading complex social dynamics from a safe distance. Then, bring it back to their world by asking, "Has anything like that happened to you or someone you know?" This makes the lesson personal, turning the screen from a passive device into a springboard for real-world connection and understanding the impact of digital words and actions. Quick timeout. If you're finding value in these ideas, please tap the like button. It tells the algorithm this content is helpful and gets it in front of more parents. While you're there, drop your biggest struggle with kids and devices in the comments. I read and reply to everyone, and your question can help another parent feel less alone. Thanks for being here. Habit 4. Run family. Empathy detective night. The fourth habit is to make empathy a game. Once a week, hold a 20-minute empathy detective night. Here's how it works. Take turns choosing a case, a headline about a local or global event. Your family's mission is to guess what each person involved might be feeling. This encourages perspective-taking by slowing down to consider multiple viewpoints. The second step is to decide on one micro-action. What's one tiny thing your family could do to help? Bake cookies for a neighbour? Write a kind text to a teammate? Donate $2 to a charity? The goal isn't to solve world hunger. It's about training kids to pause and ask, whose shoes am I wearing right now? This teaches them that even small acts of kindness matter and gives them a sense of agency to make a positive impact. Common roadblocks and how to detour. This all sounds great, but what about roadblocks? Let's tackle them. Roadblock 1. My kid says this is cheesy. They might. The solution is ownership. Let them pick the video clip for Tech Night or the headline for Detective Night. When it's their idea, the cringe factor disappears, and you empower them to be part of the solution. Roadblock 2. We tried screen-free zones and they had a meltdown. This is normal. The key is gradualism. Don't go from 60 to 0. Start with just 10 minutes. Use a visual timer so the end is predictable. This helps them manage expectations and build their capacity for delayed gratification. You can extend the time as they adapt. Roadblock 3. I'm too exhausted to be the empathy cheerleader. Parenting is a marathon. You don't have to do it alone. Trade off with a co-parent, grandparent, or trusted friend. Involving other caring adults gives you a break and shows your child that empathy is a community value. Finally, a note on neurodivergence. The principles still apply, but adapt the application. If your child has a hyper-focused interest, like Minecraft, use it as a bridge. Explore how a creeper might feel. Meet them where they are and build empathy from their unique point of view. Screens aren't going anywhere, but neither is your influence as a parent. Your guidance is the most powerful force in your child's life. Let's recap the 4 habits. 1. Model empathy out loud. Let them hear your internal code for kindness. 2. Create people-first zones. Carve out screen-free time at breakfast and after school. 3. Use tech to teach tech. Turn screens into teaching moments for perspective taking. 4. Gamify empathy. Play Empathy Detective Night once a week. 4 habits. 20 intentional minutes a day that can powerfully counteract hours of passive screen exposure. Imagine your child at 25, able to genuinely read a room and connect deeply with others. That deeply human future starts tonight with one small, intentional act. You've got this. For deeper dives like book lists and other resources, check the description below. Now, go share a moment of real presence with your kid. Because the most powerful connection we have isn't Wi-Fi.